Today, I shall tell you something that I have rarely spoken about. It is not written in my books, nor shared in lectures. It is an experience of my own body, a silent miracle that unfolded in just 1 month. An untold story of how consciousness itself can reshape flesh, blood, and bone. When I was still a young seeker, before the world came to know me as your Paramhansa Yogananda, I too faced moments of struggle. My body, though strong in spirit, was fragile in form. Long days of meditation often left me weak, thin, and frail. Many said, "How will you spread a world mission with such a delicate body?" Their words entered my ears, but I kept my faith steady. For I knew the body is but clay, and consciousness is the sculptor. Still, within me arose a challenge. Could I, by will and divine energy, transform my own body in a short time, not in years, but within weeks? So, I began an inward experiment. The beginning, weakness of the flesh. It was the month of June. My cheeks were hollow, my ribs could be counted, and my step was light but unsteady. When I looked into the mirror, I saw a yogi's eyes glowing with faith, but a body that seemed unable to carry the weight of the mission ahead. People whispered, "Yogananda is too thin, too weak. His ideas are grand, but his body will betray him." That night, I sat in meditation and prayed. "Divine Mother, if I am to serve you, this body must become a worthy temple. Teach me how thought can command matter, how spirit can mold flesh." A calm voice within answered, "Your body is not yours. It is made of cosmic energy. Shape it by thought. Breathe life into it by will. And above all, remember it is not the food alone, but the consciousness behind the food that builds strength." The experiment, 1 month of transformation. From that night, I lived as if every breath were a mantra. Each morning, I rose before sunrise and sat in deep meditation. But this time, I did something unusual. Instead of merely seeking stillness, I directed energy into every cell of my body. With each inhalation, I imagined golden light flooding into my brain, rushing through the spine, and flowing into my arms and legs. With each exhalation, I commanded my cells, "Grow stronger, fill with vitality, become radiant with health." Alongside this, I changed my way of eating. Earlier, I ate like most men, thinking food alone gave strength. Now, I blessed every morsel before placing it on my tongue. I visualized it turning into living prana, divine energy, rather than just protein or starch. Even a small portion felt like a feast when charged with gratitude. I practiced simple physical exercises, not for muscle alone, but to awaken willpower. I would tense and relax each muscle while chanting inwardly, "I am strength. I am vitality. I am God's power in form." These were the beginnings of what I later called the energization exercises. The first signs, within 7 days, changes appeared. My appetite reduced, yet my energy increased. I could walk long distances without fatigue. Friends remarked, "Your face glows differently. What have you been doing?" I smiled but kept silent. For this was not vanity, but a sacred test between me and the divine. By the second week, my shoulders broadened, my voice grew deeper, and my skin shone with unusual luster. It was as if the body had awakened from long sleep, responding to commands of spirit. By the third week, the hollowness of my cheeks filled out, my spine straightened, and I felt as though a river of power was flowing within. Even my heartbeat slowed, yet each beat was steady and mighty, like a temple drum. And when 1 full month was complete, I stood before the same mirror. The man I saw was no longer a fragile monk. My body had gained weight, but not heaviness, rather a radiant strength. My eyes carried the same fire of the soul, but now my form carried the dignity of a warrior saint. The real secret, my dear ones, this is not a tale of muscles alone. This is the secret. The body changes when consciousness changes. Most men think the body rules the mind. In truth, it is the mind, guided by spirit, that rules the body. When thought is weak, the body crumbles. When thought is strong and aligned with divine will, the body becomes a miracle of transformation. I did not merely change my diet, nor did I rely only on exercise. I changed the inner command. Every day, I spoke silently to my cells. You are light, you are energy, you are divine substance. And they obeyed. Why I share this untold story? I never told this to the masses before because people look only for shortcuts. They think, if Yogananda did it, let me copy his method in a mechanical way. But remember, the secret is not the technique alone, but the spirit with which you practice. If you eat without gratitude, food becomes heavy. If you exercise without awareness, it tires you. But if every breath is prayer, every movement becomes divine, and every cell obeys the command of the soul. So I share this hidden story with you, not to glorify my body, but to remind you of your own power. Within 1 month, you too can change, not only the body, but the mind, the habits, the very destiny you live. You are not prisoners of flesh, you are sculptors of it. As I look back now, I smile. That 1 month taught me more than years of reading. It showed me that when man remembers his divine origin, even his body listens, obeys, and transforms. So, my dear ones, do not wait for years to believe you can change. Begin today. With one thought, one breath, one prayer. Shape your body, your mind, and your life with divine consciousness. And perhaps 1 month from now, you too shall stand before your own mirror and whisper, I am not who I was. I am more. I am spirit, clothed in strength and light.